SOB.
I muted the speaker.
Okay, I would like to call this meeting to order. It is 4:04 p.m. And the approval of the minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting of January 28th, 2021?
Move approval as submitted.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Seeing none. Motion passes.
All in favor?
All in favor? Say aye.
Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Nope. Now it passes.
Yeah, I kind of skipped over. A little rusty after 6 months. Okay. Definitely rusty. Okay. Are there any citizens to be heard regarding items not on the agenda? I don't believe so. Okay, new business items. To review an update on the status of the Nagano exchange programs.
Well, it's been a quiet 6 months since I saw you last. Just short communications back and forth, mainly checking, are you okay? Yes, we're okay, yes. So I got an email not too long ago from Takea. He is my contact in international relations, and they have sent a DVD from the Nagano High School, Ichiritsu, of kind of an introductory, hello, this is Nagano, and they've shown a number of different tourism videos at the front of it, as well as views of the school and the students that came over in the last visit, narrating a few of the stops during their day through the high school. So we've got that. That's going to share that with public communications and have that put onto our sister cities website and maybe a little thing on our homepage as well. But Pam and I were discussing a video to send back to them, working with our sister cities students that were selected but have yet to go to Japan, with them introducing Clearwater to the school kids over there and the citizens that watch, of a reciprocal kind of video exchange with them. So we were working on getting that scheduled so that when the students return to school on the 11th, getting with them on their calendar and having them show off their sights and sounds of attending school. Let's see. As far as working with Nagano, we are also in the process of doing a digital art exchange with them. I had a meeting earlier this afternoon with the Clearwater Arts Alliance, and they're going to partner with the city to exchange artists with Nagano, and they will send over an artist to us that will reproduce their design and have that on signal boxes here in Clearwater. And we will send them artwork digitally to be reproduced in whichever fashion works the best for them. It would be neat if we could get something that could be stamped onto a manhole cover that they do quite often over there. We'll see what lends itself well to that and see if we can work that out, which would be pretty cool. So that's really kind of the long and short of what's happened with Nagano. Yes,
Okay.
Kenny.
A couple questions. I know a problem with Nagano is they were concerned about the privacy of, like, when we wanted to do a Zoom call and do some other stuff. And you mentioned you might put it on the website. So is that, I would assume that's okay to do? And if you do, is it okay if we put on our website as well?
You know, that's a good thing to ask about. I will not put it on until I hear back from them. Thank you for bringing that up. And I will ask if we can host it, if you can host it as well.
Okay.
So,
And then have we heard anything about exchanges? Obviously, the city's not going in October. I would assume that has been determined.
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Do we know anything about exchanges? They usually come over in February.
They've not sent anything about February yet, but the outlook is positive to having the summer exchanges for next year.
Okay.
So I think maybe they're waiting for a little bit more to determine if February, but there's going to be a sort of a cutoff date as far as planning to be able to see what's going on with that. So.
Do we know if the mandatory quarantine has been lifted for people from the U.S. going
Well,
there?
It was.
Okay.
But with the Olympics now and
Right.
restrictions on people traveling in at all, really, to that,
Right.
I don't know if that has expanded beyond Tokyo.
Okay.
I know that Prime Minister Suga had done travel restrictions for that, so.
Okay, old business items. Item 5.1, review and update on the progress of Sister Cities discussions with Borges France.
Okay. I did hear back from Boers. They're excited about pursuing Onward. I did try to set up a time with the consulate in the French consulate that's here in Clearwater, but hadn't heard back from them. Earlier, Board Member Benson, Pam, had spoken to me about providing assistance with translation, and so she and I will work out a time to sit down and have a Zoom call with Borges. That seems to be the most efficient as far as working some things out between the two of us, or our two cities rather, and then we'll continue on with solidifying the structure of our sister city relationship so that can be brought back to council in following Sister Cities international procedures as far as setting up a new sister city relationship. So the next steps with that would be going to council to clarify the structure of the Sister Cities agreement, which covers exchanges both, I guess now digitally and in person, setting a theme or a scope for the exchange, whereas with Nagano, we have tourism and educational. I think it would be appropriate for our relationship with Borges to be commerce and educational as well. I think our direct ties with them being heavily commercial involving Monin. So I think that would be a strong benefit to our cities.
Great.
Okay, item 5.2, review and update on expanded programs of exchange with Nagano and other online media.
Okay. I jumped the gun a little bit in telling you about the
Thought I'd
digital
Still
exchange
stick
there.
to the agenda.
Yeah. And so we'll be continuing on to move forward with that. This would be coupled with some work that we're doing with FDOT to put our wraps on their managed boxes, which is going to be great because that will cover city and state managed boxes with only a small difference being the county's boxes. And we hope that with the state approving the use of their boxes that the county will follow suit as well. And that virtually any box within the city would be able to be the recipient of a wrap. Additionally, working on that database of tourism video and also cultural exchange with Japan, hosting on our website that they could tune in and learn a little bit about Clearwater, our sites, our culinary interests, and some cultural and tourism-based attractions in the hopes of enticing more people to come here to Clearwater. But also what I will receive from Nagano are the same that we can host for our citizens to learn about our sister cities exchange. Also with our video, will serve as a great recruitment tool for folks that are interested in either participating in the exchange or also to be potential hosts for the program in the future.
Item number 6, director's report.
Well, actually, we have done a few things.
Yay.
The Nagano School Board, I had told you last time, has contacted our Yako Volp on our board, and we started the pen pal exchange. We got letters from students, and then our students have written back, and we have sent them, but the process takes a while. And we were hoping that, I think they are off for a little bit, maybe we'll go back in August. So hopefully they'll be able to start back up then. We were able to get our students before school got out. We were invited by the City of Safety Harbor, and we participated in a month-long Japanese cultural event at their museum, and we provided artifacts, and we had a table at their Fourth Friday event. We did have a combined membership and social and annual meeting outdoors at Moccasin Lake in April, and thank you to Christopher for helping us facilitate that. We did have around 40 guests, so we were happy to get people out and see them, because it's been a while. And we are starting to move along with the Clearwater Historical Museum, and about starting to plan an exhibit with some of the artifacts and some of our artifacts. And we have Stephanie Chill on our board that just left the Museum of Fine Arts in St. Pete, so she has some expertise in that. So she will be helping us. And that's about it. I did have one more question I needed to ask. Last time, and it was in our minutes, we were going to try to confirm the amount of the scholarship.
Yes, that's actually in one final report that I.
Okay. Sorry to jump the gun.
No worry.
Any questions or? Okay, thank you.
Number 7.
Board members to be heard.
Just one final follow-up with that. In my action items for our next meeting, it's bringing back to you an updated version of the application for scholarships. Candy, to your question, I did watch the video again. There was not a differentiation between 1 or 2 scholarships. It was an amount appropriate to fund for visiting, so that was 7. Sorry, I can't remember the number right now. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't have that in my notes
It's not
either.
in there. That is something, I apologize. I will put into my follow-up report for the scholarships. One of the things that I want to clarify for the board is the definition of eligibility for the scholarship. We had looked into how we can effectively determine a need for the scholarship. We definitely, are limiting it to residents of the city, but as far as a financial component of an equitable system for determining if the students are in a financial need. We had brought up talking about reduced or free lunch, but that sometimes can apply to students in the entire school and not just students that have a hardship. So, what I am proposing is talking to JWB, a couple other service agencies, and seeing what qualifications they have for some of their financial assistance. I want to do it in a way that is responsible in reporting efficiently and clearly a determined or a definite need by the family without being so obtrusive to put all the family's financial needs out there for a program which is beneficial to them, but it is not a huge financial investment. So still kind of puzzling that one out.
Okay, does any board member have any other information to share? Any matter not yet mentioned today to be discussed prior to adjournment?
I do not, but have not had the opportunity to meet. Oh, okay. I wonder, is this the same person?
He's usually on the other side of the
Yeah,
diamond.
and you got a little bigger. Sadly, so have I, but.
Is there a motion to adjourn this meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all
Hearing
for
no
coming
nays?
out. Didn't want to miss